Laura, Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing today? It's been 2 weeks since I last podcasted. Well, a little earlier than 2 weeks. Because my week is a little weird because Maryland She Bowls at the end of the week, and I normally podcast on Wednesdays or Thursdays. But I leave Thursday. So there's that. As far as any new news, there really isn't. Things are just normal. Nothing's happened in the last 2 weeks. Nothing exciting, at least, on my end. That was worth reporting, at least. Or I shouldn't say reporting, because that's a bad word. But, like, talking about, essentially. As far as health, everything's okay. Everything's looking good. Everything's still moving along. That's it. Really. I don't think this is going to be a big one because I really don't have acquisitions except things I pre-ordered a while ago. I don't have very many whips, but yeah. Okay, let's dive in. So welcome to episode 67. Yay! Today, this is a big episode for me, partially because I finally have reached, well, I shouldn't say finally, shockingly, that's the better word, reached over 500 subscribers. And I want to thank the people that are new that joined, and I want to welcome you guys. Welcome to this crazy ride. Hopefully you see something you like and you stick around, but and thank you to all the people that have brought me this far and continue to watch me do my crazy things and take interest in my projects, in my life, everything like that. Without you guys, this wouldn't have been possible. And to show my appreciation, in my Ravelry group, I am not doing it on here because I want people that I know watch the podcast. In my Ravelry group, I am going to be holding a 500 subscriber giveaway. And the winner of that giveaway will win a $25 gift card to Etsy. I figured that's the best place to do it. And a pattern of your choice, in general, no price limit, one pattern of your choice on Ravelry. So, yeah. You have to be a member of the group and tell me what your name is on here. Well, I mean, if you're watching this, you already are a subscriber. So just go over to, you have to be a member of the group though. And just tell me, I don't know. Let me think. Your favorite moment of the podcast over the last 67 episodes. Dig deep, guys. Dig deep. And for the new people, you guys qualify. Just join the Ravelry group. This is open to everyone. Yeah, so just go ahead and go do that. The link is below for my Ravelry group, along with my Facebook, my Instagram, and my personal Ravelry, where you can friend me on there. I'm also probably sooner or later, because I don't know how to, I know how to do it, but I keep forgetting how to do it, is add the link for my pattern designs. Because that has become a real thing for me. And I want to thank you all that have purchased the kits, that have the Life Changes kits from Arkansas Yarn Co. I want to thank everyone who's purchased the pattern. It means a lot to me. I can't describe how it, like, every time I see some, and by purchasing the pattern, I mean the people who purchase the kits. It shocks me because I never thought the thing that I like to do, other people would like it too. Just because I like the way it looks doesn't mean everyone will. But, you know, I shouldn't say it shocks me. It excites me. That's a better word. It excites me. With that being said, I have decided to release the shawl pattern early, for many reasons. When I did the math, I didn't take into account when the day would fall on. And then I was like, okay, it falls on Friday, May 3rd. I can unlock it from my phone and this, that, and the other. Because I will be in Maryland. And that's the day of Needles Up and the Knot House Trunk Show. And I'm going to be with all my friends. So I was like, I don't want to put the pressure on me. What if I don't put it up in time and all that? So I decided that this morning I was going to officially release it. So I hate that my camera does that. And I'm sorry, guys. I officially released it. It's for sale for everyone. Go check it out. I'm going to show you one of my whips. Yeah. So my Life Changes shawl is officially for sale. There are, I want to say, 3 or 4 kits left, and Arkansas Yarn Co. Go check them out. They're beautiful. They're squishy. They're very sparkly. And with that, you get a pattern, a downloadable link for the pattern, a coupon to get the pattern free. So the price of the kits, the pattern is worked into it. Maybe if I move back, it won't do that anymore. The price of the pattern is in the kits. So you'll get the pattern, you'll get the kit, and the only thing you're not going to get are the needles. Basically, you got it all there. So go check it out. It's arkansasyarnco.com. And the pattern is Life Changes by me, Laura Concert. Okay, let's jump into the other announcements. I have a few alongs happening over in my Ravelry group. I have the Autism Awareness that ends on June 30th, and that basically is anything knitted with, or crocheted, or loom knit with bright colored yarn and or sparkly yarn. That's basically the only criteria for me. Sorry about that. Someone just came into the house and Cherie doesn't like that. So back to what I was saying. Autism Awareness, basically just bright colored yarn or sparkle yarn with Stelina or Lorax, I think it's called. And it's crocheted, loomed, or hand knitted. That's basically it. But there are some featured yarns and featured patterns. One of the featured yarns is Lady Fernico Creations. Any one of her colorways that are bright, especially the ones that she released for this year's Autism Awareness. With that yarn, anything made gets a double chance at a prize. Any Franciscan Gypsy designs gets a double chance at a prize, as long as you're following the criteria for yarn colors. Along with any one of my patterns. I have one crocheted hat, 1 stuffy, and 3 knitted patterns. Double chance at a prize. But do not assume that posting it once will get you there. It is your responsibility to post it twice. Myself and my moderators, and you guys are generally good like that, good about it, but it's just hard to keep up with that way. And when I do the random number generator, it's easier to do it when the posts are there. So that's it. And of course, like always, 1 whip per project per week, finished object whenever you finish it. That's basically it about that one. That one ends on June 30th. Now it's done. Next up, I have the Whip It Good Along. Basically, it is what it is. It's whips, plops, all that, your long-standing UFOs, things like that. Get them out, work on them. Please, if it's a big project such as a blanket or a sweater, mark your progress. Because if it's something like that and by the end of the year you still don't finish it, it's still going to get, it still counts. Whips are whips. You get to 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever you finish it. That's it. Just show your progress along the way. Because every week if you're posting the picture, I need to see that there was work done on it. And that ends on 12/31. Next up is the Feature Creature. I'm co-hosting that along with Deborah of Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal podcast, Doc Firewoman on Ravelry and Instagram. Check out that podcast. It's a lot of fun. But I'm co-hosting that. Every quarter is a different feature. However, any kind of amigurumi you make, knitted, crocheted, whatever, counts. If you stay within that theme for that quarter, which right now is farm animals, you get a double chance at a prize at the end of the year. Again, same like always, it's up to you to double post. And you could cross post between my group and Deborah's group. But the same thing with autism awareness. Since I was asked to co-host, it's not technically mine. Cross post. I'm co-hosting it with Vanilla Sock Pig, Stephanie of Vanilla Sock Pig podcast and Ravelry Group. And of course it's Pen Hook and Needles. Along. Cross post, do whatever, and follow that. Yeah. Next up is my Life Changes Knit Along. That starts May 5th and it's running through June 30th. That is going to be in my group, the Crocheting Whovian Ravelry Group. And it's actually, I believe it's a Crocheting Whovian podcast group. I don't really know, but the link is below. My group and the co-hosts for that are Nikki of Knick Knack Knits and Lori of Arkansas Yarn Co. They both have Ravelry groups. However, Lori of Arkansas Yarn Co. does not have a podcast. Nikki of Knick Knack Knits does. Check out her podcast. It's a lot of fun. But with that, the Life Changes Knit Along. You can use any yarn. One skein, two. Well, it's a 2-skein shawl. So 2 skeins, 1 skein, 5 minis, a bunch of scraps, whatever you feel like doing. However, if you are going to make it in the kits that you've bought already, that's a double chance at a prize. Again, up to you to post. Let me take a breath. The Along run is running from May 5th through June 30th. I think I said that already. Yeah, that's it. Basically, that's it. Grab your pattern, get to knitting. I hate when that happens. It's a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. It's a nice little pattern, if I do say so myself. Okay, that's it for the announcements, because I just want to move right into everything. So I'm trying to have this done before my husband comes home from work. Let's go into whips. Okay, let's start with this one. In my Knit for Brains rainbow sock bag is the Harry Potter socks. The yarn is Teeny Button Studios in the colorway, I don't remember because I don't have the tag. Oh, here it is. I knew I had the tag somewhere that wasn't in the bag. I can't say it. Veritas Serum. It's one. I can't say it. I am special today. I got a little bit of work on here. I did a few rows, not much because I kept getting distracted. But yeah, I finished the cuff and went into the leg. This is the first sock. I'm slowly working down all of my socks, and it's just a plain vanilla sock. I prefer vanilla socks over anything else because, I don't know, I just do. Speaking of that, you guys will notice that I'll have much fewer sock whips. And the reason for that is I really don't like patterned socks. I just don't. Patterned socks, in my opinion, take a certain kind of yarn to show off the pattern, to be able to see. I don't like, not just in color, but in general, muted yarn. I don't like it. And I have the more busier, heavy variegated yarns. And of course I have my self-striping. But because of that, patterned socks does not work for them. And I just don't like doing it. I like the mindless knit of a sock. Even the heel flap and gusset has gotten me to the point, I've gotten to the point where that's mindless for me. And, you know, I'm happy about that. So with that, I think I frogged about 4 or 5 pairs of socks. I shouldn't say frog completely. I brought them down to the cuff, and I kept the cuff on the needles so I could just do straight vanilla. Okay, next up, in my Molly Klein Disney Villains bag is my It's a Myrtle Kind of Day hat. It's my Peachy Keen Jelly Bean hat, in all honesty. And, yeah, whatever. And it's my pattern. It's a Myrtle Kind of Day hat. I have the original pattern. I didn't print out a new copy yet with the picture of the pattern, but that's that. And, my hat. I did a lot of progress on this. I'm into, I passed one of the lace parts and I'm into the knitting part. But I'm loving how this yarn is pooling. And the yarn is Socks That Rock in the colorway Peachy Keen Jelly Bean. That's the yarn. And it's showing very muted. This is a very bright yarn. I don't know, you could somewhat see it over here. But yeah. So there's that. And I know it's pooling, and I know that makes some people twitch. Because I know I'm in the minority here where I say I don't mind pooling. I actually prefer pooling. It just gives it a special little, I don't know, design. So you don't have to work that hard to get. Okay. Next up is in my Knit for Brains Minnie Mouse bag is my Funky Cow socks. The yarn is No Makers and the colorway is Punk Rock Fuzzy Cow. I actually finished one. It's right here. So pretty. It's so pretty. On my Knitting Left sock blockers, my baseball ones. And I cast it on the second one already. I know I'm past the cuff. I'm into the leg. This is coming with me to Maryland to finish this pair and work on it. Pretty much work on it on the drive. Actually, I didn't finish the cuff. I am halfway through the cuff. I got about 5 more rounds for the cuff, but after that, it's smooth sailing. Okay. And this is the yarn. My goal is to always have a pair of No Makers yarn on the needles for socks until my stash is gone. And then it's gone forever. I don't know. I'm one of the weirdest people I've ever met that cried for when an indie dyer stopped dyeing yarn. I've never heard of anybody else doing that. Okay. All right. With that said, let's move on. In my Silvershed USA Crocheting Whovian bag from this year's Podiversary is a test knit. Can't see it. Not allowed. I'm testing a pattern for someone else, and I'm not going to lie to you. It's color work, and I am very intimidated by color work, and that's fine. I know it comes to people naturally. To me, it doesn't. Crochet color work, I could do with my eyes closed. Knitting color work, I cannot. I have to pay attention. So I took this challenge on, mostly because if I didn't dive in, I would have never done it. And I wanted to prove to myself. That just scared me. Chewy! I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. And so I said, the only way I'm going to do that is going to dive in and just do it. Now, I do have some kits from Craftsy that are much easier than this to learn color work, worsted weight and all that. This is finger weight. But I said, no, I'm not going to do it. The only way I'm going to learn is if it's difficult and I can get through that, I can get through any color work. So there's that. I'm not telling you who's designed by. I'm not telling you any of that because I didn't get permission, and quite frankly, not my business. Okay. Next up in my Knit for Brains yarn ball canvas bag is my Life Changes shawl. The yarn is Honeybee Knits in the colorway Sense and Sensibility, and the minis are Major Nelson. I am through, I'm into section 7, I believe. Yes, I'm into section 7. I don't have much more to go. There's 11 sections total, and then binds off, and I'm in the middle of section 7, and I think I have a few more repeats. But this is it, working up. Each mini, matter of fact, this is where I was when I last podcasted. Each mini represents a different stitch and a different part of my life, because I base this off of how everything in my life changes, which is the minis, and then but some things just remain the same. My support team, my friends, everything stays the same. About that again. Parents live in the apartment upstairs, so it gets noisy sometimes. But back to what I was saying about the shawl. I'm losing a little train of thought here. Yeah, so there's 11 sections. Each section, breaking section where the minis go, is a different stitch representing different things. You could work this in a 2-color, you could work this in a main color, and 5 minis, or I believe the total yardage is between 750 and 800. I have to check again. I don't remember these things, guys. My brain is fried, as you can tell. But the main color on this is Sense and Sensibility, and the minis are Major Nelson mini set. And again, this is the Life Changes shawl by me. I forgot my train of thought. This is bad. I don't like stopping and starting again. The one thing I'm going to say about that is look for Melissa at Honeybee Knits in Kentucky. I don't remember the festival, but she'll be there at the end of the month of May. She will, believe it or not, you know what? I'm going to let her announce that. That's her business. Yeah, so just look for her there, and you could get this yarn, make your own Life Changes shawl, mix and match. But yeah, and last but not least, in my Cherry Pie Cottage large sweater Mickey Mouse bag is my sweater, A Sweater Among Friends. Now, this is a story. As you guys know from last podcast, I finished my boxy. And when I was in Rhinebeck and I got my sweaters quantity, I got one for the boxy and one for the unfinished business, because I was supposed to I was supposed to be done with my boxy in February, because I started it in October. Boy, was I mistaken. So in February, I was supposed to cast on this sweater. So it took me forever to finish the boxy because I just kept putting it down, doing other things. You guys know how I get, like, squirrel syndrome. So my friend Agatha and I, who's coming to Maryland, we're all staying in the Airbnb with me. She was like, well, I want to make that too. So I was like, okay, well, why don't we do a little impromptu me and you knit along? So she's like, okay. So we decided that. And then we went on, and we were on my VKN, and we were talking about it. And 2 other people saw the pattern, like, oh, I want to make that. That's really nice. So we all started together. We all decided that the 4 of us are going to do it. 4 of us, I mean, my friend Kim. Hi, Kim. My friend Carrie Ann. Hi, Carrie Ann and Carly Jean. And Agatha. So the 4 of us are doing it. Now, I'm a fluffy girl. Agatha and Carrie Ann are toothpicks. I mean, the size of them are each the size of one of my thighs. They're each the size of a thigh, basically. So I went ahead and casted it on, because I'm like, you guys, you're going to be done in like a week. It's going to take me 5 months, because this is going to be my Rhinebeck sweater. Carrie Ann started teasing me, going, you shouldn't have started. You waited too long, because we were going to wait until we all leave for Maryland, because we all leave on Thursday. And as well as Kim. Kim, she's just like me, so we wanted a head start, basically. And so I cast it on. I took my yarn, took out my needles, and said, I'm casting it on. Plus, because of the amount of stitches I need to cast on, and it's a bottom up, I didn't want to cast that on with everyone there chirping in my ear because it's a lot of stitches. I've already had a recast on twice because my stitches got twisted. But here is A Sweater Among Friends. The pattern is Unfinished Business by Melissa Schwashwari. And the yarn is Into the World in the colorway All Mouth, No Trousers. I basically, against Carrie Ann's wishes, have about an inch done on it. I just cannot wait till it stops spinning like that, like all that. But this is how it's working up. I don't know if you guys could see it. There's that. And I'm doing it on my signature needles. And here's the skein of yarn. Okay. I knew that was going to happen. I don't know why. I think I'm going to have to Anyway. Okay. And that's it. That's it for my whips. Sorry about all the interruptions and all that stuff. Because life happens, I guess. I do have one finished object, and you guys are going to laugh, but I have a few finished objects, but I finished my Make LaRue Twitch socks. I purposely finished these before Maryland because I wanted to make her twitch at Maryland. And they're on my Knitting Left Harry Potter sock blockers. And they're so pretty. I can't wait to wear them. Now I could take them off and actually wear them. They're all washed and blocked, so they could get added to my pile in my drawer. Just like that. And I've recently really gotten into diamond painting. Being on VKN with Melissa and watching her do it, I was like, you know, that seems very soothing and calming. I think I'm going to do it. And I started out very small. And I got this little kit that turns into stickers. And it's basically the Avengers. And after seeing Endgame, I needed these because, you guys, Endgame. I'm not giving spoilers, but... Okay. So here's Captain America. Little diamond painting sticker. The Hulk. Iron Man, and Thor. I love them. I got these on Amazon. They were like $9 for 9 of them, so there's that. I don't have very many whips. Like I said, it's mostly pre-orders, but if you guys aren't interested in seeing that, I'm going to say have a good week, have a good time, and, you know, see you after Maryland. Okay, now, let's go on to the whips. I had a while back ordered a sweater's quantity of yarn from Molly Klein of her Sweet Tea yarn. And I said I could wait till after Greencastle, focus on Greencastle, and then we'll do my yarn. So that's basically what we did. And I got it this week. And it's in her Fiesta, Sidewalk Fiesta colorway. I love this colorway. I don't know if you really can see it, but I'm not taking it out of the package because it's perfect in the package. But there's, you know, nice fingering weight sweater. I know already what sweater I'm going to make with that. Next up is my Teeny Button Studios Harry Potter colorway for April 2019. And the colorway is Hogwarts High Inquisitor. Now, I hate the High Inquisitor. If any of you have read Harry Potter or seen Harry Potter, which I'm assuming a vast majority of you have, you know that that's after Dolores Umbridge, and I do not like Umbridge. But the colorway is amazing. You can see how sparkly. I'm happy I got this one on Sparkle. Okay. Next up from Molly Klein. Molly Klein and I did a little swap. We swap minis, we swap other things. Every once in a while, that's what we do. Okay. And in my swap, I think I said swamp. Did I say, anyway, swap. She sent me, she knows I've been eyeing this, and she sent me on her Sparkle base, her Genie in the bottle. I love it. It's so squishy. Thank you, Molly. Next up, I got 2 self-striping colorways, and I couldn't have been more ecstatic. This one is Bad Juju from the Yarn Jar. And it's on her sparkle base too. Lately, I've been getting into the sparkle. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm enjoying it. And from Nomadic, I'm slowly trying to get all of the Harry Potter colorways from Nomadic. I'm not succeeding well because Melissa keeps beating me out to it. But whatever. I'm going to go to Melissa's house one day and just raid her stash and steal them all. It's okay. She won't know. And by Melissa, I mean Melissa of Honeybee Knits. This is from Nomadic Yarns, and it's her Dumbledore. It's their Dumbledore colorway. And this, too, is on Sparkle, though you can't really see it. And I got this today in the mail just before filming this. And it's from Gail's Art, and it's on Sparkle. And it's her Fishbowl sock blank. And it's got the stripe to start for it to micro stripe. This booth is I'm gonna break bank in that booth at Maryland. Though I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do damage really, because there's really nothing I need. Currently at this moment I have 2 sweater quantities of fingering weight yarn and 2 more coming, one in DK and one in Aran weight from Honeybee Knits. So I think I'm set on that, but there is one more DK weight sweater I want to make. So I think I'm going to get the yarn for that at Maryland. I haven't really decided yet, but because there's no way I'm going to get through these two pullovers that I have the fingering weight for, and the 2 Aran weight, the one Aran weight and the one DK weight, and then my other stuff. There's no way I'm going to get them all done this year. So why get the yarn now when next year I may not even want to make the pattern and or like the yarn I bought. So I may hold off on that. But from I don't know why I said that. From Cherry Pie Cottage, I got her large sweater bag because I'm in love with her sweater bags on the Disney princess fabric. And she sent me a dingle top. I can't. I'm so excited. Thank you, Jenny. I've been wanting them. I was like, I want one, and she's not selling them. But I got one. I got one dingle top, and this is the bag. I love it. And I keep stalking her shop, hoping that there's going to be more. But I know she's going to the retreat in Canada this weekend. So I'm not holding out for it yet anytime soon. I'll wait till after that. But with that, that's it, guys. I'm sorry about all the interruptions. Hopefully I'll have them, for the most part, edited out. Yeah, that's it. If you're going to Maryland, text me, Facebook me, Instagram me, whatever, and tell me. And I'm going to try to do like a little kind of knit night at the Airbnb I just don't know. It's not going to be like a major. I know Yarn Cafe Creations, Christy, is hosting a big one on Saturday. But mine, basically, it's going to be very, very small. But if you're going, let me know. We can arrange to meet up and say hi and hang out a little bit at the festival. I will be there from Thursday through Monday. I will be at Needles Up and the Knot House trunk show on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday both at the festival. But other than that, that's it. I can't wait to. I know the week after Maryland, I am not going to film. But the week after that, I'm going to do it earlier so that you guys could see all the acquisitions and hear all the stories. But check out my Instagram because I'm going to be posting a bunch of pictures on there. Just having a lot of fun and all that. And I can't wait to hang out with you guys. But until then, have a good one. Happy knitting. Bye.